Hey you, how's it going? It's me, Zoe Robic, and today we're playing The Lady's Choice. And with Blake, I thought something was gonna happen. Who knows if something's gonna happen, but we're continuing on. It's not until I hear the faint sound of whispers behind us as we wait for a couple to pass us by that I pay attention. Sorry, I think there's people outside my door and they're talking loudly, and I'm sorry if you can hear that. Who the heck is this? It's not as well yet, and Captain Blank make the blind down, do they not? Yes, I have all talked that they have been spending a bad amount of time together. A good match, maybe not the title, but something has accomplishments that make it so. He's such a handsome couple. Why did they give them the voices? Okay. I can't help the smile spreading on my face, and when I glance over, I find Blake already gazing down at me. Kiss, kiss, kiss. His expression is bright and hopeful, and I can only assume he overheard the chatter too. When I return my focus to the dance, I'm aware of the eyes on us, but particularly on a narrowed pair glaring out from the crowd. Is it the mom and son? Lord Huntington's strict attention is completely focused on Blake, who I'm thankful doesn't seem to notice. I suddenly wonder if Huntington had overheard the whispers too. Well, I shake with thought in order to enjoy the rest of the dance. I swear if he does anything to Blake, I'm gonna fight. I'll fight him. I don't care if I'm a woman and he's a man. In this society, it's like, but he's about to die if he does anything to him. Almost forgetting the moment as Blake leads me back into the line of partners. That was even more pleasurable than expected. Indeed it was. Maybe we should make it a habit to dance often when in each other's company. An agreeable arrangement. After the dancing, his dinner is announced. Yeah, food. We head into the large dining room and seat ourselves in the order Lady Huntington has set, and she probably set me beside her damn son. I'm not interested in your damn son. No one is, except for idiots and bimbos and whoever, I don't know. Social monkey climbers, I don't know. Anyways, I can't help being placed beside Lord Huntington. The Arabella is seated the other side of me. I was over Arabella. I swear if I was like surrounded by. I thought, she wouldn't. I know she wouldn't put me beside Blake, but if I was between Lord Huntington and Blake, something was going to happen. But that didn't happen. Lord Huntington is surprisingly quiet. There were a couple of times he glances my direction, and more than a few times his hands accidentally fumble into mine as we reach for a drink or plate. By the end of the meal, I begin to wonder if my resolute refusal still hadn't been enough of a deterrent. How would, hey guys, can't take hint. No, I'm not playing hard to get. I'm just not interested. No. If I say I'm not interested, I blatantly say that I'm not interested. I don't care about you. You can go and die in a hole. When the food is done, the men forego staying alone, and instead we all file back into the drawing room, where a game of Buffy Gruffy is what the hell is that? I think that is a wonderful idea. I've not played Buffy Gruffy since Rupert was alive. As the seats are arranged about the room, I take the opportunity to lean towards Arabella and ask just what Buffy Gruffy is. Oh, you really have been out of society too long, Jane. Though she chides me, I can see her excitement at getting to explain. Buffy Gruffy is where one person is blindfolded and the others sit in a circle around them. This is kinky. Sorry. The blindfolded person then walks around the circle, stopping before someone who is sat. Of course, the only way they can determine if they are stopped in front of someone is to touch them. A sudden playful tone lightens her voice. Once the blindfolded person has chosen someone, they must then ask them questions to see if they can guess who it is they are stopped in front of. You have to try and disguise your voice when that person is asking questions, or they might easily be guessed just from your tone. Oh yeah, I think I played a game like this in school. You're faced towards the blackboard, and then it sounds really, really, it's not creepy or sexual anyway, it's cool. And you cover your eyes, and then someone, when your classmates comes up behind you and says something, they have to change their voice. And they're they say whatever, and you have to guess who it is. And if you guess correctly, you get to stay. But if you guess wrong, they switch. You switch it. We dip it. Sorry, I don't think it's the same thing though. It is quite simple, really, and prone to much hilarity, as the questions can become somewhat bold at times, only in the name of fun, though. If you say so. I give an uncertain nod and move with Arabella to take a seat. Oh, please let me go. Why is she here? Oh, please allow me first go. The young woman eagerly leaps forward as a blindfold is brought out. The man holding it gives a nod and a smile before she turns round and the material is tied around her eyes. The young girl stumbles forward, her hands outstretched and flailing around like the antennae on an insect. It's not long until she bumps into someone sat before her. Arabella and I barely hold back a laugh at the sour expression on Miss Witter's target. Oh dear. This is so awkward. I found someone. Are you a female? Yes. Okay. Our hostess did not even bother disguising her voice, though the matters led it to Miss Witter, who is still beaming an excited smile. Oh my gosh. This girl is just asking to be... Okay. You sound like an old woman. Are you old? This time I cannot help the small chuckle, though it seems I'm not the only one. I suppose. You're not my aunt, are you? You're most certainly not. And I believe with that foolish guess, your turn is over, Miss Witter. Miss Witter tugs off the blindfold, her expression instantly dropping when she lays eyes on Lady Huntington staring back at her. Lady Thomas and I oh wait, she has a different voice. Lady Thomas, I apologize. Please do not, Miss Witter. She waves the young woman away with a surprising amount of deference. A couple of rounds pass between strangers I barely know before Arabella is brought into the center. Her focus falls on Foxley, who gives her a wide smile, but the gaze is cut off when the blindfold is tied about her eyes. She spun on the spot a couple of times and then let go, her body wobbling a little at the sudden stop in motion. She moves about the center of the circle, obviously on the search for the colonel, of course. After a moment, she manages to stumble on the edge of her dress. Should I just push her? Yeah, there you go. Help her up more. As she trips, I rush forward and grip her shoulders to steady her. In doing so, I also turn her around and lean closer. He's right in front of you. She gives a small nod and she sets off in a straight line. I take my seat, few seeming to notice my intervention. Matchmaker in the house. Foxley gives a wide grin as Arabella comes to stand before him, her hands reaching out and touching his chest to ensure she'd found someone. It seems I found a target. And you do have. He tries to mask his voice with a small rasp, though we can't hide the delight in his tone. You a male? Yes. Yeah. You know it, honey. No, I'm joking. There's a small chuckle around the room at the obvious answer. Did you arrive here with someone this evening? Oh wait, did you arrive here with someone this evening? I did. And were you pleased to arrive with that person? Most wholeheartedly. Do you think you will continue to attend events with such a person for the season? I would go wherever she would lead me for the rest of my life if she wished. Cheesy. The suddenness of his declaration is enough to make my jaw slacken, though it seemed to hit Arabella hard enough to make her quite still and very silent for the longest of moments. It seems a lifetime before she finally stutters a response. You must be Colonel Foxley. I can see her swallow hard as she tears the blindfold away. How well you know me already, Arabella. Her gazes meet, the same seeming to have a silent exchange amongst the awkward applauding from the rest of the room for her correct guessing. Her shock finally breaks into a smile, and the colonel lets out a visible sigh. As she opens her mouth to speak, a young man hurries forward and snatches the blindfold from her hand. Okay, so snatches sounds like very rude. So who's next? Oh, Foxy suddenly stands from his place and steps forward. That would be my friend here. He turns half his body back to gesture at Blake, whose eyes go wide. Foxy, no. But the oh, but the colonel yanks him into the center of the circle, ignoring his protest. Wow, what a great friend. The material is tied about his face, though I can see his expression isn't one of a willing participant. Foxy spins him about 2 times and then pulls him to a stop. The colonel whispers something in Blake's ear and then twists him suddenly in my direction. Oh, I love it. With a small smile, did I say that correctly? Who knows? Blake begins stepping unsteadily towards me. He shuffles forward, stopping instantly the moment his legs touch mine. The contact sends a shiver coursing through me, though I do my best not to let it show on my face. You are female. He asked the question with so much uncertainty I must laugh. I am. Oh wait, I need more. No, I am. Oh no, that's not how you do that. But he obviously still recognizes it as me, as a wide smile spreads on his face at my response. Do you enjoy dancing? I don't want to just say it. Oh yes, I know. Only with the right partner. So much so I have an agreement to dance with a certain person at every engagement. Yeah, he knows who I'm talking about. I enjoy it so much so, in fact, that I have an agreement to dance with a certain person at every engagement. And this certain person is a person you would care to have for future engagements? Most certainly. He steps a little closer, my heart beating as he does so. Oh, okay, I pre-read that. And do you have eyes the color of the most beautiful green meadows? The question makes me start. The words so unexpected from the normally guided captain that it takes me a moment to realize he spoke them. It is a little awkward because there are people in the room but they're fine with us. Okay, it's good. Before I can answer, he continues. Oh, okay, I didn't. Okay. Do you have hair that gleams like the finest satin in the sun? A sudden heavy, tense quiet falls over the room, and I don't have to look to know there is a wide, excited smile on Arabella's face beside me. And you have the most sweet of natures, enough to charm even the sternest of hearts. There is such depth to his words that I can barely breathe beneath them. It's not until a nudge from Arabella that I finally managed to speak. I have not been told such before, no. Do you wish to be with someone who would tell you such every day? Before I can reply, he straightens himself and adopts his stern expression once more. Oh, this man's great. Oh, you must split us with Hugh. Yes. I barely squeak out. Oh, I don't know what a barely squeak out is. Yeah. Yeah. I barely squeak out the reply, this answer being one I can actually give. If only someone could talk to me like that. I'm forever alone, and that's why I'm playing dating simulators. Okay. I'm actually okay with being alone. Just don't. Yeah. He pulls away the blindfold and gazes down at me. Any breath I manage to gasp, becoming even more strained. The young man from before takes the material, though. Blake hardly seems to notice. If you'd be so kind as to take your seat, Captain. Blake continues to gaze at me for a moment before ripping his focus away and giving a nod. He heads back to his seat, leaving me in such a daze I can hardly string together a coherent thought. And out next. Give me that, boy! Okay. Bro, Lord Henry. Oh yeah, I forgot he was in the room. I didn't forget he was in the room, that was a lie. I knew he was there, I was hoping that he witnessed that. Because then maybe he'd back the hell off. A familiar sharp tone cuts through my reverie. Who knows? And I snap my gaze up to see Lord Huntington snatch the blindfold from the boy's grasp. That's mean. Huntington ties the blindfold sloppy around his own face. It's obvious to everyone that he can see through it. Oh my gosh, I hate this guy. No one mentions it. Oh, well, he is the host's son. So. As long as I'm playing by the rules. I would just, like, and just quickly move away from where just basically run away from wherever he was going. Just be like, excuse me, I just need to use the washroom, what do they call it? The restroom, with the place room. I need to go piss in a bush. He doesn't spin on the spot, instead trotting off straight away. I freeze for a moment as he moves my way, but an even stronger tension overtakes me when he reels around and comes to face Blake. Are you male? Oh wait, I just realized. Are you male? Yes. Do you wear a uniform? Yes. Do you deserve that uniform? Oh shit. I hate this guy. A hush falls over the crowd at Huntington's question. Everyone realizing where this conversation is going, but also not intervening and offending the hostess' son. Okay, I care about my reputation more than I care about... Woo. Can I say something? Can I please say something? I believe. Were you born into this society? Oh wait. Were you born into this society? No. Were you born into trade? I wait for the captain's response. My throat's so tight I can't even speak to intervene. His eyes glance at mine for a moment before shifting away completely. No. I heard from Blake himself that his father was in trade, so this answer comes as a shock to not only Huntington, but myself. Wait, did he lie to me, or is he lying now? Babe, I don't care. Just don't lie to me. Then why were you born? I do not know. I was raised an orphan, but in my teens I was taken in by a family who do work in trade. A long, very pleased smile settles on Huntington's face, and I can guess as to why. To be raised as the son of a trader into this society was one thing, but to not know your lineage is all. Why can't I speak? I can't speak because I'm angry. This guy's so unnecessary. He's so extra. I'm not even gonna say extraordinary because he's not. But to not know your lineage at all is unthinkable to many. Well, is that my own fault? Like, if I'm born an orphan, like, did I choose to be an orphan? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I hated this society. Have you been in society before this season? No. I'm amazed at the captain's resolve for keeping his expression emotionless. But I've come to know him well enough, I can see it beginning to crack. Foxy moves to defend his friend, but Blake puts a hand on the man's arm to stop him. How did you afford a permission to the military? I do not. There's a murmur of voices around the room, ones that are not as favorable as they were at the beginning of the evening in Blake's direction. I hate these people. I was paid for by a friend, and I was promoted from then. And what did you do to earn these promotions? I worked hard. Is that so? Were they not given to you because your superiors were told they needed to persuade more people of trade to join the military? And giving them a false hope of being promoted into high society would be good enough to tempt many. Or maybe they were just promotions of pity. So I ask again, do you deserve a loud uniform? Blake's focus snaps to meet Huntington's, who must be able to feel the strength of glare through his blindfold. Finally, Blake rips his gaze away, snapping to his feet and giving a small bow. Excuse me. He moves between the cage's chairs and rushes from the room. I do not hesitate to follow, grabbing my kid as he leaves the house completely. I find Blake outside of the house, pacing back and forth a few steps along the street, anger evident in his face. Handsome Blake. You should return inside. Okay, I tried doing a deep voice, killed it. You should return inside. No, I don't want to, Okay, are you alright? He's obviously not alright. He shouldn't have said those things to you. He shouldn't have. But I feel like if I did say that, it would be like,
he shouldn't have said those things to you because you don't need to know that or whatever. That all got rather intense. It's like what's it called?
Ignoring it, I guess. And we should turn inside together. I feel like, I don't know. Because, I mean, I don't, are you alright? He stares at me uncertainly for a long moment before turning away. I'm quite well. Please go inside, Miss Buttersworth. They will be missing you. I am worried for you. I shall not go back until I am sure you are well. Well? How could I ever be well amongst those people? I wonder that you can stand to be around them. Some of those people are my friends, and yours too. My words make him start for a moment, his anger dissipating a little. You may be right, but that does not excuse some of the behavior I've seen from others. No, it does not. He begins pacing again, his obvious upset not contained for long. And there is nothing I can do to defend myself against such a man. To think I would not even be here if not for you. Oh no, he's gonna get angry at me. What is your meaning? He's gonna blame it all. I mean, it kinda is. Technically. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be here, he wouldn't be in love. I'm not gonna say love because I don't even know if he loves me, but he wouldn't fancy me. Who knows? He continues to pace in front of me, his focus trained on the ground. Oh, I knew you would be here and I needed to see you again. He draws to a sudden stop in front of me, obvious shock on his face at his outburst. What you said to me during the game, did you mean it? It doesn't matter now. And it matters more than your whole entire world. What? He turns to stride away. Of course it matters. Wait. I reach out to stop him before I even think what I'm doing. I saw a black screen. For a moment, my heart just stopped because I thought it broke. Okay. I grip my arm to keep him before me. His body so close to mine, I can feel his heat. Long lashes from his half-lidded eyes as he gazes down at me. Silence reigns between us, my heart pounding so hard against my chest. It seems to have stolen any words from me. He's so near, I should be able to feel his breath on my skin. Then I realize he's holding it. His body's tense beneath my fingers, and I notice him bite his lower lip for a moment. Shit. It's then he lets out a long sigh. I shouldn't be so glad that you stopped me. Yes, you should. No, you deserve more than me. Someone of your own station. It's not about... Okay. For the last... Why did I look from the bottom? Okay, for the last time, I don't care about all of that. I'm not defined by my station, neither are you. It's not about station or what we deserve. It's about happiness. I don't like the last one. I'm not defined by my station, and neither are you. For the last time, I don't care about all that. That's true. Sure, I am rich and he's a shoulder. What do you keep on saying, shoulder? A soldier, but it shouldn't really matter. I'm not defined by my station, and neither are you. He gives an amused smile, though it is somewhat hollow. Your beliefs are ones I wish more held. The smile fades, but they do not. As much as we would wish otherwise, we are defined by our rank in society. It was merely a dream to think I could stay by his side in this world. No, boy. He gently pushes my hand from his arm and takes a wide step back. Good evening, Miss Buttersworth. He gives a deep bow, the simple action sending a pain streaking across my chest. He snaps up, turns on his heel, and marches back into the house. As he does, he passes by Arabella, making her way towards me through the doorway. Oh dear, obviously he's still upset over Lord Huntington's vicious prank. It's not just a prank. Like, Lord Huntington just took it all out on Blake, and I feel... And you don't look any better. Are you quite alright? Did something happen?
I don't. Can I? Wait. Can I just go? Or I would just like to head home. If that is agreeable with you. Buri tenses her faces. Oh, yep, she's so many faces. Sorry, I just had, like, I'm getting sad, actually. I just need to add some more humor into that. It was a tense scene. But she's kind enough not to press any further into the matter. Of course, most everyone is heading out anyway. Heading now and so it is good timing. She takes my hand and we head back inside to retrieve our things, before quickly heading home unescorted. But where'd Foxley go? I stay home the next morning, thankful there are no social appointments arranged. Arabella remains with me, but keeps to herself, obviously waiting for me to speak should I feel like it. I'm appreciative of the company, even though I speak little. I attempt some embroidery throughout most of the day, but my thoughts are in too much of a turmoil to focus. I've known Blake for near over 6 weeks, and yet the strength of my emotions surprised me. Maybe what upsets me most is that we will not have the chance to discover where our feelings might have led. Oh hey, I heard a knock. A sudden knock at the front door pulls me away from my thoughts, and I turn to the doorway as Johnson announces a visitor. I swear, if this is Lord Huntington or the Lady Huntington instead of Blake, I'm gonna be mad. It's Foxley. I'm okay with that. Colonel Ernest Foxley. Helena, what a most unexpected pleasure. Arabella stands from her seat so fast I fear she will trip. Foxley gives a deep bow, his smile growing on seeing her. I do so wish you would call me Ernest. Oh yeah, I just realized she never called him Frank the first name. Both of you, of course. I know you don't care about me, but okay. I stifle, stifle. I never know. Small chuckle at a sudden remembrance I am also in the room. I would be most delighted to believe we are close enough for first names. He beams another grin. What brings you here, Ernest? A blush settles on his cheeks as she says his name, and he clears his throat to speak. I was passing my way to the park for a walk, and thought I might inquire if you would wish to join me. I think that would be an excellent idea. She takes a step forward and then falters, her gaze shifting back to meet mine. Oh, what a great friend. Loyalty. You can go, Arabella. Oh. You wish to join us, Jane? Though she makes the offer, I can see in both of the faces the desire to be together alone. You go on ahead. I am quite satisfied with continuing on my needlework. Are you certain the weather is most pleasing today? I'm sure. Please go on and enjoy yourselves. They don't need to be told again. Both of them scurrying off from the room like excited children. The front door clicks shut, and Johnson turns to me with an encouraging smile. Would you care for some tea, Miss Butterworth? I give a nod, and he too leaves the room. Quite 2 hours pass, and my thoughts still linger on the captain far more than I wish they would. It's yet another knock that tugs me away from my concentration. I'm just realizing that Arabella wouldn't knock, when Johnson shuffles into the room, a sour expression lining his already wrinkled face. It's a nasty person? It's a nasty person. Sorry. Lord Walter Huntington. How anyone but him. I sigh away from my thoughts and stand from my seat, placing my barely started needlework beside me. Can I just, stab him with it? I know it's like stabbing him with the needle isn't going to do anything, but just be like, oops. Huntington enters the room with a stiff air about him, giving a sharp bow when he lays eyes on me. If I offer tea, he's probably going to stay. Is there something you need, Lord Huntington, that would visit me? How long will you visit me? How long will you visit me today, Lord Huntington? Are you so rude to all of your visitors, Miss thought this was cute. Oh. And you'll figure out what happens in this conversation in the next video. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this all like 30 minutes. Yeah, so hope you're enjoying. Until the next. Bye.